is NAFCA's ongoing revision of the 2020 Telecommunications Quality of Service Regulations, a progressive undertaking designed to align the regulation with emerging technologies, evolving user expectations, and international best practices. This regulatory transformation reinforces transparency, resilience, and investor confidence while delivering tangible benefits to the consumers. With the issuance of the 4 5G trial licenses, Sierra Leone is signaling its readiness to adapt next generation connectivity. Beyond our borders, NASCA remains a committed contributor to the global standardization agenda. Our engineers continue to play an active role in ITU-T SG12 while also participating in the ITU-G SG2 Africa Management Team. The ECOWAS Regional Roaming Initiative, now entering its implementation phase, embodies our shared aspiration for a harmonized, consumer-focused digital future across West Africa. It incorporates critical quality of service and quality of experience elements designed to enhance cross-border mobility and ensure that citizens benefit from improved voice, SMS, and data services throughout the sub-region. Distinguished participants, as we engage in meaningful dialogue on quality of service and quality of experience, I invite you to also immerse yourselves in the soul of Sierra Leone, our welcoming communities, vibrant cultural heritage, coastal beauty, and the rich culinary traditions. In this context, may this workshop also provide a platform for robust discussions and contributions, technical reports, and innovative ideas emerging from the ITU TSW12 Africa Regional Group. These inputs are vital to shaping and refining standards that can elevate telecom services across quality across our reach. May this engagement further the group's priorities and catalyze regional and global progress toward more reliable, inclusive, and high-performing telecommunications for all. Thank you, and I wish you all a productive and insightful engagement.
Thank you once more, our esteemed DDG, as I'm saying, for welcoming our guests to Sierra Leone. On this note, I'd like also to invite our brother from neighboring Ghana to say Akwaba to Sierra Leone, Akwaba, as we now invite Mr. Samuel Aikum, who is the National Communications Authority Chair from Ghana. The Honorable Minister for Communication Technology and Innovation, Madam Salima Monoro-Akpa, the Deputy Director General of NATCA, Mrs. Mahama Sewo Koroma, the Director of the Telecom Standardization Bureau of the ITU, Onoisan, all protocols observed. Indeed, the long search for a host finally came to an end through that vintage called
placed on 17th January 2025 to my very good friend, long-standing member of the Study 12 fraternity, Mr. Melvin King. I said, my brother, we are looking for a host for regional group meeting and QS workshop. A number of attempts have been made to potential hosts, but to no avail. Can Leone accept to host us? He responded, Sam, this wouldn't be a bad idea. Allow me to take it up internally. Distinguished delegates, what initially looked like a mirage, given the constraints of time, is now a beautiful reality today. And this I would like, on behalf of the Study Group 12 Africa Regional Group, extend my sincerest gratitude to the Honorable Minister, the DG and management of NATCA, and the entire administration of Sierra Leone for graciously accepting to host the maiden ITUT QOS workshop and Study Group 12 Africa Regional Group meeting for this new study period 2025-2028. Indeed, we've gathered here once again in response to the World Telecommunications Standardization Assembly WTSA 24 Resolution 44 on bridging the standardization gap, and also on WTSA Resolution 95 on telecom service quality. Day in and day out, the quality of service needs of consumers evolve, and our stakeholders in the QoS ecosystem, here in regulators, operators, vendors, standards development organizations, and consumer advocacy groups, it is imperative that we stop at nothing in ensuring that high service quality standards are upheld in our countries and within Africa at large. Thus, a workshop of this nature will seek to provide the platform for stakeholders to engage, to exchange knowledge on telecom service quality best practices, as well as benchmark both regulatory and industry experiences on the quality aspects of new and emerging services. Key amongst them being digital financial services, what we colloquially refer to as mobile money here, and OTTs. As Study Group 12 Regional Group, our interest at this forum is also to introduce the work of the study group and highlight some key recently adopted ITU standards on QoS and QoE. It is envisaged that this all-important workshop will churn out very fruitful outcomes that will shape QoS standardization globally and guide QoS regulations and enforcement practices within our region. The goal at the end of it all is to ensure that our compatriots in our various countries get to enjoy good service quality and get value for money from their telecom subscriptions. I thank you all for your attention and wish you a productive workshop.
Thank you very much, Samuel. And again, Akwaba to Sierra. And you see, we accepted to host this event here. So we also assure you of our participation, collaboration in enhancing high quality standards in Sierra Leone. On this note, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished delegates, I'll now invite Sezo Onoway, the Telecommunications from the Telecommunications Standardization Bureau, who is going to deliver a video message. Thank you.
Hello everyone. I wish I could be with you in Freetown. This is our first ever ITU standards workshop in Sierra Leone. Mr. Salima Onomaba, Director General Ama Brewer, I thank you very much for your hospitality. I also thank our regional group chair, Samuel Agarkun, for your key role arranging this week's event. We need digital services that we can always count on. People in developing countries understand this better than anyone. Our work together in Study Group 12 is so important to sustainable development. Standards from SG12 provide practical tools to improve service quality and measure our success. This work is driven by strong collaboration among regulators, companies, and academia. We see that in our excellent workshop program. I'm also glad to highlight that the African Regional Group within ST12 is one of the ITU's most active and committed regional groups. Our meetings this week will help ITU's work to meet your needs. And that's why I encourage everyone to make your voice known. It's highly important that our discussions address the issues that matters the most to you. I thank our generous host once again, all our speakers and moderators, and everyone participating. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. That was a video address, short and very precise, encouraged collaboration among ITU members. We now come to the high point of this gathering with a view that after this we move to the next session, but from the highest political authority within the Ministry of Technology, Communications, Technology and Innovation, we have the Honorable Minister in our midst. And this time we'll now graciously invite her to the podium, Madam Salima Monomaba, to make her keynote statement. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. Distinguished guests, esteemed representatives of the International Telecommunications Union, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a joy and a privilege to welcome you to our vibrant capital city, Freetown, for this landmark IT workshop and study group on telecommunication service quality and quality of experience. We're thrilled to host you in Sierra Leone, a nation proud of our heritage, energized by our progress, and determined to chart a bold course in the digital age. On behalf of His Excellency the President, Dr. Julius Maada Bio, and the people of Sierra Leone, I extend our heartfelt appreciation to the International Telecommunication Union, especially the Quality of Service Development Group under ITUT Study Group 12, for choosing our country as the setting for this important gathering. Your presence here reflects a powerful message that global collaboration and knowledge sharing can spark transformation no matter where you are in the world. In getting those openings out of the way, I'm really grateful for this opportunity to speak to all of you. I think, we have so many stakeholders in the room with regards to the advancements of the telecommunication sector, and I'm always grateful for an opportunity of these gatherings to address you and see how, as a sector, as a family, we come together to chart our pathways forward. I would really like to start by maybe not preaching to, I think I'm preaching to the converted, but maybe just reinforcing. I think it's important when we're in these rooms and having these conversations, we understand why this is important. And not just for Sierra Leone, I believe I sit with my colleagues right across the region. I'm just back from an internet governance forum where we sat around the roundtable, ministerial roundtable, or colleague ministers, where we discussed just the role of telecommunications, our national digital development agendas, and how we move our region as a whole forward. And what is critical within that, or what we understand. Yeah, thank you. I think what is yeah, perfect. I think what is really important and what we realize we aligned on, we understand that for Africa to really leapfrog and catch up with the rest of the world, we understand the significant role the digital economy plays. We understand the significant role technology can have in advancing national development agendas all across the region. And when we think about e-government services, when we think about agriculture, when we think about healthcare, when we think about every single sector right now, how we do business, how we communicate in this region, we think about those. We know technology can play a significant role in advancing that. We think about our economic growth, we think about our economic development, we think about the young people who are out there innovating and developing solutions to our everyday problems. That is the future of Africa. That is where we're going to, and that is how we're going to leapfrog. That's how we're going to catch up with the rest of the world. And that is how we're going to develop ourselves. We talk about this ideology that we no longer want to be consumers. For so long, when you think about every single revolution of the world, Africa has always remained as a consumer. We always buy, buy, buy. We never sell ours. I think our leaders have made it very clear, our president has made it very clear that Africa, for this revolution, no matter all the ones that have left us by, for this revolution, we do not want to be left behind. We do not want to remain consumers. We want to participate, we want to contribute, and we want to compete in this. We want to see how within the region we can invent our own Facebooks of the world, our own Instagrams, our own WhatsApps, our own fintech solutions. But in order to do that, there's one significant thing that needs to happen. The infrastructure needs to be there. That's the telecommunications, that's the fiber infrastructure. We need to have that. None of that others can happen without this infrastructure. So I hope in saying that you understand, and I know you do, but I think it's important to reiterate, you understand the significant role this sector plays in enabling our future, the future of this region. And to do that, as we mentioned, that's why the quality of service and standards of service is important. That's why we talk about expanding, and we've made significant strides, I believe, within the region. We see the expansion of connectivity every day. We see in the most unserved and unserved areas, I believe every country is making strides. We see the expansion of our fiber backbones. We see the increase in affordability of devices, which is enabling some of this. We see the embracing of innovation, the satellite connectivity. We see that happening right across the region. So we know it's happening. But I think access alone doesn't cut it. We have to think about quality service. It's not just to give service, it's not just to afford people the opportunity to use connectivity, but it has to be meaningful connectivity. Connectivity that they can use to compete with the rest of the world. Connectivity that enables a young man who's in Kailaun in my village to be able to access gig economy opportunities in another country and be able to do that work right from their village in Kailaun. That's because if they have meaningful connectivity, fast connectivity, then they can do that. Connectivity that allows a gamer who's in Sierra Leone and wants to upload their content. Connectivity that allows the content creators in Africa to seamlessly and quickly upload their content online. Connectivity that allows people who want to live stream to be able to do that as seamlessly as other people in other regions are able to do that. That is meaningful connectivity. Connectivity that allows teachers to all the way in Falaba to be able to teach their students with the same standard as teachers who in other parts of the world are able to do that. So allow teachers to access materials for them to be able to do that. Allow healthcare workers to be able to access medical health records online no matter where they sit effectively, that they don't have to wait to say, oh, the connectivity is uploading or is loading or is down or is being affected. I think this is what should be, as we go ahead over these next 2 days in your deliberations, I hope that, I want to retain that this should be what should be in the back of our minds. It's not a checkbox, it's not a standard on a paper that we just need to pass. I hope you think of it with the humans in mind who are using these connections and how their experience is being felt. I hope that is how we go forward in terms of how you deliberate, how you engage, how you innovate, and how we come up collectively as a family with solutions in how we further improve on our networks. You know, Sierra Leone as a country, we're very proud. We come from a position, His Excellency the President's position and his vision that connectivity is no longer a privilege. I think we all, if you grew up within the region, we all remember the days where when people had access to mobile and internet service, it was seen as a luxury. We looked at them as if they were very rich. I think we've moved on from that mindset when we looked at it as a luxury. Now we look at it as a basic human right. Similar to how we think access to water, access to healthcare, access to education is a basic human right. Access to quality and meaningful connectivity is a basic human right, because we understand the difference in a person's life when you grew up with access versus when you grew up without. So we come from that position. That is why, as a country, we work with our private sector. Our regulator is really instrumental in ensuring that we're pushing our private sector. We're proud to be the first country within the region to launch an open access 5G network. We're proud to be able to, as a country of our size, to have 3 thriving private sector mobile operators in the country. We're proud of the amazing work every one of them are doing in terms of expanding access, improving affordability for the citizens of Sierra Leone. But we keep pushing them to do more. We always believe that there's more that they can do and they should do. And as a government, our job is to enable them to achieve that and do that, and we work with them to do that. So in some of our closing, I would want to say, maybe I have a couple of messages. We have a couple of stakeholders there, definitely to the ITU. We thank you for your continued support to the region, to Sierra Leone, and also in hosting these workshops, which we believe are really critical in promoting global standards, in ensuring that citizens, regardless of where they are, people regardless of what region they find themselves, that shouldn't disqualify them for enjoying quality service. So we thank you for being here, and we will continue working with you to ensure that these global standards are realized. To the regulators in the room, regulators from Sierra Leone, regulators from other countries, my message to you is, as you go about setting these standards, is you think of the citizens in mind, and you think of protecting the citizens with that, as you set your regulators and work with the private sector and do that, in ensuring that we should we should set standards that make sure our private sector is always aiming for the absolute best service that they can offer citizens. And maybe to the private sector as well, I hope you look at this not as a checkbox exercise, as in the regulators have set my standard at X, and X is only what I'm going to do. I hope you think of your customers who support your patronize your businesses with them in mind, and making sure that they should absolutely get the best quality available no matter what. We live in a digital age where people now have access to the public sphere, and they're very loud. And no longer, I believe, do people sit and will accept subpar qualities, and they have means of complaining now very loud, and rightly so. So with that in mind, I hope we're always aiming to achieve the best that we can deliver for them, and hoping to keep them on board. To the CSOs potentially in the room, we continue to work with you to hold all of us accountable as the policymakers, the regulator, and the private sector, to ensure that we are delivering to the standard that we require. As I close again, I welcome all of you to Sierra Leone. I hope you have successful deliberations and engagement. I hope you also take time to. I hope you take time to enjoy Sierra Leone. It's a raining season, but there's actually beauty in the raining season. Sierra Leone is one of my favorite seasons here. We hope you get to explore the local cuisine. We hope you're able to explore some local sites, and we hope to welcome you again to Sierra Leone. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister of Communications, Technology and Innovation, Makti, for this statement on behalf of the people of Sierra Leone. Well, we've come to the end of this opening session. My greatest gratitude to our distinguished speakers for setting the tone for a productive and engaging workshop. Let us look forward to the substantive sessions after the break, where we'll dive deeper into key issues and opportunities in telecommunication service quality. I declare the opening session closed. Thank you, and let's get started on the next exciting sessions after the break. Feel free to adjust according to your needs. Well, we will go out for a photograph. Okay, I'm asked that delegates, maybe we have to segment because everybody cannot. Can we get our international at the high table? Then we get our international partners to join the ministers of the time. Please, photographers. Can we have who are the official photographers? Here, please. Are you part of the official? Yeah. Yes. Thanks. I don't know if the water is part of the PR for this session, otherwise I'll declare the waters down. Can we? Thank you. Advise me if it's a PR sponsor, I don't mind. Thanks. I think Havana comes there. Right, thank you. Moderators, speakers, please join. The speakers for the respective sessions, please join. Moderators, please join. Well, maybe the High Minister and the team should come forward. Exactly. I think recognizing the presence of our board chair, who happens to be very close to me, maybe may come and join this team. Our board chair, board members will come. Just after this, we'll have opportunity for board members, the chair, our permanent secretary, and staff of NACTA, Mokti, all will join us. Okay, thank you for this one. Can we have the board, the PS, staff, Mokti, board members, to have a photo with our high table? Directors. Permit me if I'm struggling, I should have got a beat on this. Directors, deputy directors, board members, ministry representatives, You can join.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yeah, I wanted the flag to also be up there. Okay. Yeah. Thanks. Okay. Telco partners, just the last one. Telco, other partners, please join our high table for this last shot. Telco representatives, partners, please.
Alright, you will message me, I will set up.
Hello,
099
our telco partners,
99
let's do it fast.
09
I hope my friends from Kenya join in. Karibu, karibu, karibu.
Message me now, I will send them.
Okay, that's the
And delegates that are here, please join.
yes. Delegates, telco partners, contractors.
That are here. Delegates, please. Telco partners, telco operators.
Please make sure you get yours properly. Okay? Get yours. We'll get you. Madam, name upstairs, please.
Contractors,
Not your,
Mozambique.
the other one on the back. Good.
Great.
Madam,
Director of photography.
One, two, three. Thank you. Okay. On this note, we go for a short break. We'll take a short break, and I need to understand it's a 10-minute break. We'll come in for the next session.
The break is here.
When you go out, just turn left. This is where you will have a break.
Yeah,
Your tea
good
break.
morning, viewers.